All right, I am back out on trail. Today, I am back at the Superior Hiking Trail in a section that I have not done since my first year on trail. And it's from Beaver Bay to Silver Bay, pretty much the Cove Point Lodge, right before you hit Beaver Bay. And I'm gonna camp out at the Beaver River in one of those two sites and head on to Silver Bay and be out in the morning. So right now I'm heading kind of right alongside of this beautiful little stream. You can see there's even like a little waterfall right here. Beautiful. But today I'm actually testing out a couple new pieces of gear. I don't know if you can tell, I'm testing out my new Light AF backpack. So far so good. The only complaints is these water bottle holders are pretty small. I got a 16-ounce water bottle in there and it's barely fitting. So that I'm not too happy with so far. And the second piece of gear, trekking poles. You don't usually see me out here with trekking poles, but 4th of July weekend, I'm heading up to Colorado, so I figure now is the time to get in my trekking pole work. So I'm gonna use trekking poles this trip and see how it goes. I'm usually not a fan of them, but we're gonna see how it goes. It's about a 7 to 8 mile section I'm doing today, and I'm gonna bike out in the morning. I got my bike sitting over at the Silver Bay trailhead at the Bean and Bear Lakes trailhead. I got my bike there, and I'm gonna bike on down the Gitchigami Trail back to my truck at the Cove Point Lodge. So should be a really good hike. It is a beautiful day out here, so I'm expecting a beautiful day. Well, I've made it to the top of Fault Line Ridge, and out there you see Lake Superior right between those two ridge lines right there, and you see the little beaver pond down there. You can kind of see how far up I am. So yeah, just beautiful out here today. About 60 degrees. Gorgeous. I'm at the top of Fault Line Ridge still, getting beautiful views out here. You can see just forever out there, and you still got views of Lake Superior right there. So not bad at all. And you can see how far down this Fault Line Gorge goes. So definitely a beautiful area and just a beautiful day out here. The temperature is 72 degrees is what I'm reading right now. A little bit warmer than it was supposed to be, but it is still just beautiful out here. Didn't I just point out on my last video that all the trees that fall on the SHT seem to be the ones with the blue blazes on them? Weird. You know, the first time I was here, I thought this was kind of cool, where you got this tree right here growing on this rock, going all the way up. And when you walk around, it's pretty cool that you can see it's totally just made its spot right there on that rock. As they say, life finds a way. All right, I made it to camp. I am right here on the Beaver River at the, I believe this is the west campsite, Beaver River West. 2 or 3 tent pads, latrines back there, and there's also another little area where people kind of set up another little makeshift campsite, a little overflow campsite. But beautiful. I'm gonna set up my tent right here at this beautiful little tent pad behind me, and which will kind of look out over the river for me. So this is home for the night. All right, camp's all set up. So got me a nice little sweet spot overlooking the Beaver River. Haven't seen anybody on trail. I've seen 3 people total all day on trail today. So it's been a pretty desolate day on trail, which is pretty cool. It makes me feel like I'm out here totally by myself. I'll take you a little walk down here real quick down by the Beaver River. So we can, this is, it literally was right on trail. You know, here is trail and there is trail. So my campsite is literally on trail, so you can't miss it. And the water access is unbelievably convenient. Beautiful. The first time I stayed on the Beaver River, this section, there's a campsite that's, I think, is the East Beaver River campsite that is like a quarter mile, not even that, maybe like 0.2 down the trail here. And it's right next to a gorgeous waterfall. And I camped right on a cliff that looked right over that waterfall. And I would have camped there tonight, but the only problem with that spot was it seemed like such a cool spot until about midnight. And I realized that waterfall was extremely loud. That was my biggest problem with that site. It's kind of like white noise water isn't too bad, but it's almost like the white noise on your TV. You know, as long as that white noise is at volume 10, it's not too much of a bothersome. But once that volume gets to 100, then it's just annoying. And that's what that waterfall was. It was just extremely, ridiculously loud all night. Couldn't even hear myself think. So this is where the river, this spot, in this area, the river is obviously a whole lot more calm. So it's just got that beautiful, nice, slow moving river sound. So I think it's going to be a beautiful night here tonight. So gonna grab some water out of the river and sit back and relax for the rest of the night. Got the rain fly on my tent now. It's getting to be about 7:30 at night, and it's getting down to about 55 now instead of the 70 degrees it was earlier. So it's getting a little bit chilly, but it's not bad. Tomorrow I'm just gonna have about a 3 to 3.5 mile hike out, so it shouldn't be too terribly long at all. But like I said, it's kind of getting to that point of the night where I'm chilling down a little bit, put the rain fly on. I've just been kind of hanging out, checking out things on my phone, watching Netflix, watching Stranger Things. But like I said, beautiful night. I mean, it is just clear blue skies still out here. You know, 55 degrees, just beautiful. I mean, I think the low tonight is supposed to be about 45, so it's not too terribly bad of a night at all. But I think this is going to be about the end of my night for video. I'll take some more video when I get up in the morning, but for the rest of tonight, it's going to be me time. Sit in my tent and just do some relaxing. So, catch y'all in the morning. All right, I am back out on trail. It's about 6 a.m. and I had a campsite all to myself last night for only the second time on the SHT. It's kind of nice waking up all by yourself, nobody there all night. Only like 2 or 3 people passed by the campsite all night. Very, very relaxing night. And I didn't hear no train. I know there's train tracks right here on the other side of the campsite from the last time I stayed at Beaver River East, and the train came by in the middle of the night. So it's kind of nice. No train last night at all. I didn't hear not one time the train go by. But I'm kind of still hiking along the Beaver River here for about another mile, maybe mile and a half. Got about 3 to 3.5 to get out. But I'll be hiking along the Beaver River here for a little bit longer. I'm gonna pass by the other Beaver River campsite, which I'll show because it's a beautiful site and it's got a beautiful waterfall right there, which is totally worth seeing. But when you get there, you'll see why I didn't want to stay there, because it's extremely loud. That waterfall is very loud. So, but very beautiful. So, take some video when I get there, and won't be too much longer till I get back to the trailhead. Alright, I just went through the Beaver River campsite, and as you can tell, there was people there, and only one person looked like they were up, so I kind of went by quietly. But you can see, this right here is the tent pad I stayed on last time, on that little cliff, looking out over the river. So I'll go over there and show you that real quick. Pretty sweet spot. Just found a pretty sweet agate. Nice size too. Not bad. Some good views of Lake Superior. Getting close to the trailhead, but it's because I'm doing some climbing. So about a mile to the trailhead, and beautiful views up here. Gorgeous. All the way down into Silver Bay there. All right, I'm taking a little rest. I'm at the last climb, and it's a hell of a climb to about a half mile before you get to the Beaver Lakes trailhead. I mean, nice views up here. Beautiful views up here. But I had to stop. I am gassed. This got me. Oh. Beautiful, beautiful morning though. There's been a few little raindrops, but nothing significant. So just a beautiful 55-degree morning out here. All right, I'm coming down from all the climbing down to the Beaver Lakes trailhead. Man, I completely had forgotten how strenuous of a section this is. And for the section from Beaver River up until this point, right before the Beaver Lakes trailhead, is just climb after climb, rocky after rocky, climb after climb, ups and downs. And I mean, it is, I'd almost say it's equal to almost more strenuous than Tedagooch State Park. Even like right now, going down is still really steep going down, but at the same time, going down was a little bit easier. But if you're coming up, those rocks I'm going up right now. But if you're going up, this is gonna be a fun hike for somebody right off the road. I mean, right here, there's the trailhead. So right away, you go right up hills and it doesn't stop until Beaver River. It's up and down, and it's straight up and downs. So, but this is where my bike is chained up, and I will take my bike to the Gitchigami Trail and take that right exactly to my truck. So should be about 20 minutes. It was a great hike. This was a much better hike than I remembered. I mean, this is a completely and totally underrated trail, section of the trail. Very underrated, very beautiful. So, but that's it for this hike. So catch me on the next one.